Take two. It's your boy Chris from Gooner Evil Eye coming to you again to do this video. You probably, if you listened to me before and you think, so why you just done this review? Yeah, you're right, I did. But then usually what I do with these videos is I have a playback, and judging by the quality, because I'm using this ridiculous internet of mine, if the playback, if the audio is a bit funny or whatever, then I try and do some like timestamps for people to kind of give my apologies and say, sorry guys, do avoid X time because either the audio drops out or what have you. The audio has never been so bad as it was literally just now. I started listening to it and I was going to start getting ready because, you know, I got stuff to do today. So let me start getting ready. And then as I was listening, 17 seconds into it, there was this massive feedback sound. And I thought, oh, okay, well, maybe if it's just that, then it wouldn't be so bad. Then about a minute 19 into it, there was another massive sound. I thought, oh, hell no. I can't do that to you guys. There's me re-recording all my efforts. Gosh. Anyway, so I'm going to give us a shot. My audio's only stuff hasn't been working brilliantly well, so this will be a test for us both. But anyway, let's give it another shot. You probably won't be able to see this now because it's an audio only, but somebody got a haircut. Damn right. All nice and baby fresh clean. Not all the way happy in my fade, but getting there, you know. It looks all right. It looks better than it did before. Looked like a jungle man's throw before, so it looks a lot better now. And as for Arsenal, yeah, it looked a lot better than it was, approximately 5 hours ago. And I say that because, so I was watching the game, so it was on Sky Sports. My initial plan, and guys know this, particularly black guys know this, the worst time to go to a barber shop is on a Saturday. It's just the worst time. Now, for what I'm told, for white guys, it's bad, but for black people, we don't wait early. So kind of around about 3 start piling in, and I mean dog piling into a barber shop, right? So I thought to myself, you know what? Let me kind of watch a little bit of it and then I'll go to the shop early. Bear in mind, as you guys know, the game was at like 12:30 today. Started watching the game, we scored, completely dissect a really super poor Sunderland team. Probably the worst team I've seen in the league so far. They are diabolically poor. They are bottom of the league for a reason. They are poor. In my head, I'm thinking to myself, it's 1-0. This is the type of stupid game where we'd be 1-0, completely dominating. And I do mean shitting all over Sunderland, completely dominating the game. And I thought to myself, this is the kind of game that will fuck up. So in my head, I literally got ready, shoes on, trainers on, jacket on, jumper on. Everything was on, just about to leave. And then something told me, just start watching the second half still. So I started watching the second half, and predictably, Sunderland were playing better. Still not halfway decent, but they were at least putting in a little bit more effort. And then I started getting a bit nervous. And you know, when you're engrossed in something and you know you need to leave, but you don't want to, so you're kind of in that kind of awkward standing up position of halfway going and halfway watching the TV. That was basically what I was doing for 45 minutes. So I knew I should have left. But then Sunderland scored that penalty, which was, the referee, by the way, was absolutely shocking. Shocking today. Just before they got a penalty, Alexis gets brought down. Didn't even take a minute to consider it. Completely waved it off. Then a tackle comes in from Czech because of a stupid mistake from Mustafi, which led to Czech bringing him down. It was no worse or no better than the one where Kone brought Alexis down. It was about the same level. The ref had no hesitation. Penalty. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm not disagreeing that Sunderland deserved the penalty, but what about 2 minutes before that? So when all this was happening, I was like, oh, for flip's sake, so I can't go anywhere. So by the time I ended up leaving here to actually leave to go to the shop to actually have a haircut, it was 3 o'clock, and I had to wait for 7 people to have a flipping haircut before I did. So to say I wasn't in the best of moods, even though Arsenal won, is an understatement. Having said all that, and we won well and performed well in the end, and I will say in the end, the way I saw the game was literally how I've just described it. Destroyed them in the first half. Second half, for the first 10 or 15 minutes, they upped their game. Sunderland, that is, they started playing better. Then they equalised, and I thought it could go one of 2 ways. We could either completely fall apart and lose it. We get so desperate for a goal that in the effort of trying to get a goal, they then accidentally pick up another goal and score. Or the third reaction, which is a reaction that you don't see too much from Arsenal, a pissed off Arsenal. I love that it was clearly a, sorry, did you just score? Did you have the nerve to score a goal against me? And they, from that point onwards, they completely ransacked Arsenal. Now, I never thought I would say this, but I can hold my hands up. I can eat humble pie when I need to. And Giroud completely and utterly changed the game. That's right. You heard me right. Giroud came on and completely, utterly changed the game with 2 touches of the ball that happened to end up in 2 goals. Absolutely brilliant from Giroud. He really was. Him and Alexis ran the show, particularly when Giroud was able to come on, because then it kind of, the focal point was then on Giroud, so Alexis was able to do what he does best, and that's kind of ghost around that left-hand side area. And he just kept terror. Mind you, not that Alexis was playing badly in the first half. I thought he played well in the first half. I loved his 2 goals, because his 2 goals were real centre forward type goals. You know, the first goal was a beautiful cross that came from the right-hand side from Ox. Wonderful delivery, wonderful flight. Alexis, bang, 1-0. Then the 4th goal, Alexis' second goal that he scored, was just Sunderland defense are just so poor. Basically, he was in the 6-yard box, not even in an 18-yard, the 6-yard box. Basically, did a little shimmy around the penalty area, bang, in the goal. Just go and see it. Watch Match of the Day. I'm not describing it well. You'll see what I'm talking about. You'll watch the goal, you'll just laugh and just think, my gosh, Sunderland are poor. And as for Giroud scored 1 fantastic goal from a header where, but to be perfectly honest, he had no right to even he had no right to go in. And the keeper tried, but he had no chance. And he got a hand to it, but he just had no chance of keeping it out. It was a fantastic header. And then the other goal, I can't remember what the other goal from the top of my head. Oh, that's going to bother me. I can't remember what the other goal was like, but there's another good good goal from Giroud. I remember thinking it was a good goal. I just can't remember off the top of my head what it was. And all in all, in the end, it was a good performance. I won't act like the scoreline flattered us. They deserved to lose. They deserved to lose comfortably. It's just that when we started getting wasteful, you started getting a bit worried, like, is this going to be like a typical Arsenal performance? Let me go into it. So to go into the player ratings, I'd probably give Petr Cech. I'll give him a 6. He deserves a 7, but he conceded a penalty. I can't, in good conscience, then give him a 7 out of 10. He had to concede a penalty. I get the reasons why, but I can't give him a 7. So I'll give him a 6 out of 10. I thought he did all right. He wasn't really troubled in spite of the fact that they scored. And he had no chance of the penalty. So I'll give him a 6 out of 10. Bellerin, I thought was fantastic today. I really enjoyed Bellerin's performance today. A lot of probing runs down the right-hand side, back to his attacking best. I thought he was really, really good today. I'd give him a 7 out of 10. Mustafi, if you don't follow me on Twitter, do follow me on @ColossalChin. I went fucking ballistic when we consider a penalty, because the goal kind of came in whereby they were starting to put pressure on our defense. Then the ball was coming towards Mustafi. I don't know what the fuck happened to Mustafi. I think he slipped. All of a sudden, Mustafi was nowhere. Then my man just came boring down on goal because Mustafi had slipped up, tried to take it around Czech. Czech then had to bring him down. So, and that just came from just a simple, I think it was a simple back pass towards Mustafi, and Mustafi slipped up. It may sound harsh, so I'm going to have to give him a 5 out of 10 for that. Kashani, I thought was okay. I don't think he did anything particularly spectacular. I don't really remember seeing too much of him. He did have an effort on goal, which was a header, but aside from that, it was a quiet game. Sunderland are shit, so he didn't have to do that much. So I'll give him a 6 out of 10. Love Gibbsy's performance. On the back of this, Monreal is going to struggle to get back in the team. I thought he did really well. I think we're seeing Gibbs back to his best. The one thing I do love about having a pacey left back is that even when you make a mistake or you're caught out of position, you have the pace to recover. And we saw that several times today, whereby Gibbs is either slightly, because he's just prone to that, where he's slightly caught out of position, or there was one point where he actually made an error and was able to recover and tackle that same player. Literally just swiveled and started running after him and recovered that tackle. So that is the kind of qualities that Gibbs brings to you in that position. I really enjoy him playing that. I'd give him a 7 out of 10. I thought he was really good and got himself an assist. So I thought he did really well. Who else? In the middle, El Nene and Coquelin. I thought Coquelin was good. I thought El Nene was pretty good. I thought El Nene was better out of the two. El Nene pushed himself a little forward, which allowed Coquelin to have more of an anchor role, which is his favoured role. Didn't do anything wrong. As I said, Sunderland just pissed poor. There was nothing that Coquelin did wrong, but I thought El Nene at least showed a lot of presence on the pitch. And between him and Coquelin, they controlled that midfield. So for me, I'd give Coquelin a 6. I'd give El Nene a 7. On the left-hand side, Iwobi, you guys know I'm his biggest advocate. My Nigerian brother, I am his biggest advocate. I will say this, though. The boy looks tired. Didn't contribute much going forward. Had a couple of shots and goal. One was not a bad effort. The other one was just woeful. What I did like about Iwobi's game today, though, is I'm very critical of Iwobi's tracking back. But he was helping Gibbs out a lot today. Several times I saw him tracking back and filling in when Gibbs went forward. And that's what he should be doing on that left-hand side. I think his eventual role will be as a number 10. But I think until he gets to that point, he needs to learn the trade a little bit better, and in doing so, tracking back when we need him to. But he's young, he's 20 years old, and he's doing amazingly well for a 20-year-old. But I'll give him a 6 out of 10. Alex, oh man, Alex. See, I thought Alex did well in the first half. Got himself a fabulous assist. In fact, that assist epitomizes the reason why I'm a massive advocate of Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. We had like a 20 pass build-up prior to that. It came to Alex. I think Alex just thought, fuck this. Drove to the byline, delivered it for Alexis. So Alexis just powered it in from a header. And I just thought, you see, this is why I like Alex, because when we are messing around in them type of situations, Alex is the one who can be direct and can take on players. So I love that quality about him. My problem is that unfortunately 9 times out of 10 with Alex, his delivery is not going to find his target. In the first half, it did. In the second half, he should have had a goal and possibly an assist. There was one opportunity he had. Oh man, it was really, really bad. Where he should have passed it to Alexis. I don't know what the guy was doing. He completely messed up the pass. But he even mentioned it in his post-match interview, which I found quite interesting. So he's clearly aware of this stuff. But I think for me, if he wants to be in the team, that's the kind of crap that he needs to improve upon. Because it's all well and good banging a drum saying, I deserve a space, I deserve a place. Now Theo's injured. You need to show, all right, why do you deserve his place? Oh, okay, this is what you do. Okay, I can see why. Let's see why you're on the bench. Having said that, I'm acting like he didn't play well. He played well in the first half. So for that reason, I'll give him a 7 out of 10. Ozil was Ozil. I thought he was really good movement. What I actually liked about Ozil, have you ever seen Santi play as a number 10? He doesn't get as advanced as Ozil does, but he kind of is everywhere a little bit and arrives late in the box when he plays that number 10 role. That was the way Ozil played. And clearly they had learned something from that Middlesbrough game. That Middlesbrough game, there was a massive gap between El Nene and Coquelin and Ozil. That gap, if you notice, it was dramatically shortened today. They were playing just watch that triangle. If you do nothing else, watch that triangle. So I was watching it real closely today. That triangle was a lot shorter today between the three, and they were able to kind of pass the ball better between them. Ozil was everywhere in that respect. His movement is so underrated. His movement is so underrated. And I thought he did well, and I'll give him a 7 out of 10. As for Alexis Sanchez, baby, Alexis Sanchez, whoa, I love him. Played really well, got himself 2 goals, got man of the match, rightly so got man of the match. I'll give him a 9 out of 10. Should have got a hat-trick. If it wasn't for Ramsey, see, the same way Ox epitomizes everything I defend in him, Ramsey, for that last opportunity, epitomizes every frustration I have in him. I've often said to me, why are you so harsh, Ramsey? He's a really creative person. And my comeback to that is always, is he really though? You see a creative person coming towards you're what, in the 90th minute, you're at maybe just outside the corner of the penalty area. One of your teammates is on a hat trick. You can't score where you are shooting from. All you need to do is pass a nice simple pass to the left. Alexis has his hat trick. This idiot decides to go for the corner of the goal and ends up skying it. Doesn't it at least have the dignity to apologize to Ramsey? Them type of things piss me off about Ramsey. Pisses me off. Talking about. You don't at least apologize to the man. You didn't even give the man his hat trick. Those kind of things just make me think, creative my ass. What Ramsey's good at doing, I'll give him credit. He's good at ghosting between players, and he's good at losing his marker and arriving late in goal. But don't try telling me he's this apparent Cesc Fabregas creative talent. I'm yet to see it. And I will argue with anyone that tells me differently. I'm yet to see it. Sorry, it's my Ramsey rant over and done with. I might as well go into the subs. So Ramsey came on, Giroud came on, and Maitland-Niles came on. Giroud came on and immediately got a 8 out of 10. How can I give him any less? He got 2 goals with 2 touches of the ball. And to be honest with you, changed the game when he came on. Caused constant problems when he came on. I can't give him anything less. So that was Giroud. Ramsey was Ramsey. And Maitland-Niles, who he's really showing that Wenger is really showing he likes this kid. If I'm Jack, I'm shitting myself. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, Jack has enough problems with the amount of fielders in the first team already. The last thing he needs is a Maitland-Niles now knocking on the door. Not to mention, we still got John Torrell, who's supposedly killing it in La Liga. So, if I'm Jack, I'm worried. I'm not gonna lie. I'm worried if I'm Jack. I'm not gonna mark him though because he came on with like 2 minutes to spare, but showed a nice little defensive awareness at one point, tracking back. And I'm really hopeful about this kid. I did sing his praises in episode 16 when I was doing the review of the Reading game. So you guys know I like him already. Just something about the kid just makes me think, this kid could be something. Onwards and upwards to nervous November. I'm worried. I'm not gonna lie. Historically, we never have a good November. Not to mention, our next game is against them idiots over the road. Then we've got an international break, which nobody enjoys. Then we've got Old Trafford. And in that Old Trafford game, we've got an opportunity to break 2 hoodoos. You know, Wenger's long hoodoo with Jose Mourinho. And then added to the fact that we never seem to beat Man United at Old Trafford. It was the game that most people would point to last season as the game where they thought that we had no chance of winning the title. For me, you guys have heard me say this already, it was the Southampton away game. The Boxing Day game hurt me so badly. I said it last year, but I'll say it this year. We can't beat the way United are playing. If we can't beat this United team, we don't deserve no title. I'll say that now. We don't deserve a Premier League title if we can't beat this United team. And it's nervous November. I'm worried, but hopefully we'll go into it. Quite frankly, and then we got Bournemouth. And Bournemouth, our Spurs about Bournemouth. They're a decent outfit. So if we can't, quite frankly, I wouldn't mind 7 points out of those 3 fixtures. And if those 6 points could come against United or Spurs, I'll be even happier. Which, knowing Arsenal, I wouldn't put it past Arsenal to do that. To beat United away, Spurs at home, and then draw to flipping Bournemouth. But I'll take it. I don't know that. I'll take that every day. Every day. But November is the time where we will find out what our team is made of. Are Arsenal the real deal? Or is this just another false dawn? Anyway, that's my ramblings over and done with. Thank you again if this is the second time you've listened to me. Hopefully this audio comes out much better than the last one, because the last one hurt my ears. So I wasn't going to put you guys through that. Do comment on this video. Thumbs it up if you like what I've had to say. Spread the word. Spread the link amongst your friends. Let's see if we can get more subscribers. If you're on Twitter, do follow me at Colossal Chig. Otherwise, I will speak to you again on Tuesday for my preview for Ludogorets. All right, people. I'm out of here. Up the Arsenal. Peace.